to Toffee TV. It is the final word. Everton have won a game. Everton 3, Sunderland 0. Listen, while you've got the good feeling, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. If you want an alert, click the little bell. And if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. No pressure. If you want more videos, join us on Patreon. It's as simple as that. Well, we're through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. It's amazing. We've got Chelsea away, nice one. Let's not talk about who we've got in the next round. It doesn't matter. It's all about the here, the now, what came out of this game. And it was just nice. Do you know what? I was looking forward to this game. I was looking forward to being back at Goodison. I was looking forward to seeing the team be back at Goodison, hopefully score some goals and win a game of football. And they did it.
Yeah, that's it.
Final word, done.
It was, yeah, for all of those reasons. No, it was good. It was, I'll be honest with you, at times today the game totally flipped out my mind, and I was working, and it was in Halewood,
yeah,
driving down towards Finch Farm, coming back, and I thought, I wonder if I'll see any players, and I thought, I'm seeing them tonight, and it just came back. And I don't know whether that's just because we've been losing and trying to just go, take Everton out of your mind, stop going over it. But it, like you say, it was good when you remembered that we had an opportunity tonight to see some new players, because I think that was important that he mixed the team up a little bit. There's two schools of thought, because obviously you don't want the team so mixed up that it's disjointed and you look and go, but which it was.
Could it be any more disjointed?
No, well, that's what I mean. But you'd also want to see something different, because what's a bit crap at the moment is all of the new players who come in, and it was great that summer. We definitely won summer 2017. No matter what happens, we won it. We won it.
Trophy.
It all just feels a bit crap on Sunday. Like, you're bored of seeing Class, and you're bored of Sandro, you're bored. You know, this, like, where we still should have been seeing bits and pieces of.
I want a montage.
Everyone loves a montage.
Where we get to the end of the montage, and we get to see Klassen and Sandro when they're like settled in and scoring loads of goals. I want that montage very quickly, please.
Yeah, we need it very quickly. Fella behind me needs it very quickly. He wasn't Klassen's biggest fan, but yeah. But you know, we got back tonight, and the team was much changed. And I think just seeing a certain name on the team sheet kind of picked everyone up. Certainly got the biggest cheer in the when they announced the teams before.
Well, let's talk about John Joe Kenny.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. When they had the teams, obviously got the biggest cheer.
When they put the team out, he was playing left back, and you know when you go,
but he was never.
You know when you go, has Joe done the teams? Because he does that sometimes. Joe, he'll make he'll put play in the wrong place, and as Joe started doing the teams for Everton, and I'm thinking, no, Everton couldn't have made a mistake. Someone who works for Everton wouldn't have made a mistake, because people who work for Everton don't make mistakes. I
know it's late, but
and then I think playing left back, and I'm thinking the one name was ringing through my head: Seamus Coleman, Benfica. Because I was at Benfica when that happened, and it was dreadful.
That's funny.
They all were, but luckily enough, he wasn't. He was playing right back, and it was great. And Holgate was playing left back, and it was all fine. He was playing, obviously. It
was that moment though when Holgate sprinted out and sprinted over to where it was like his position. You were like,
Koeman had gone like, go there now, go there. Don't sprint. No hugging, no shaking hands.
Go there first.
Go over there now. Tell everyone that you're playing left back. So obviously John Joe was starting at right back, which was great. Obviously Nias was on the bench. We're in the new number 19.
No, 19.
Which was again
19 changes, which we said in the day.
Which was good. And yeah, you're right. There was a good blend in midfield. I was thinking, have we left ourselves a bit short in midfield? But what I liked about the midfield was Tom Davies was almost like the senior man in terms of.
It was weird,
but that was great though.
Dictator.
But I loved that. I loved the fact that Tom was like that, and he had. There was times when every time I looked up, he was trying to get the ball to John Joe, like just to get him in the game and stuff. So that was good, and there was a good mix. Klassen was in there, and Sandro and Dominic and you know, and all these people, and it was a nice little mix. I mean, the first half was a bit I mean, were you any, just, you know, were you surprised by any of the names on the team sheet?
Any of the inclusion? No, because I think when you... No, because I knew... we said Vlasic to start, didn't we? And I thought... I was really impressed with him. You know, without him being amazing, I was just really impressed with him. No, not really. Just because... I'm not surprised, but Bezic was crap. I'm just putting it out there right from the start.
Go do it.
Even though I like him, he's dipped. No, not really. I think... I know he's done nothing wrong, but I just don't like seeing Stekelenburg in goal. I don't.
I thought it was a bit weird.
I felt sorry for Joel. Like.
I thought it was weird that he didn't play Pickford against his old team. Or maybe that was a reason not to play him. I don't know, but...
I thought Pickford was in goal for them when they lined up. They had the same here, the kid. Steele was like doing them volleyed passes.
No, I don't understand why Joel's been completely pushed out. It's like, now it's
the window's shut, he can't go nowhere. You just throw him in, play him. But I think Pickford should be in every week at the minute, because you can't tell me there's a great understanding at the back there with the defence in him at the moment. I think he needs games, but no, not really.
And plus with the ball at his feet as well, Pickford is an option to get us up the pitch, because he's so good with the ball. But the first half, it started very slow, didn't it? You know, there wasn't a massive crowd. It was quite quiet. They didn't bring that many. There was, you know, had the air of almost like a pre-season game. It was very slow. As our team,
it's just had the air of a normal League Cup game.
But one in August.
It's like choice.
One in August, but they didn't really come and force it, did they? They weren't that harsh. You could tell.
I think what he done, Simon Grayson, he would have just thought, get the two banks of... They had James Vaughan as the lone striker. Get the two banks of 4 and just try and frustrate Everton, and we might nick something off a set piece. And, you know, well, let's ask them questions because they're not in great form. That's what I think he done. And, you know, they stuck with the shape, didn't he? We had all the ball. Yeah. We were just that...
Just wasn't clicking, was it, again?
It's too slow.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's not running slow. It's moving the ball. If you look at it at the moment, and this might be a confidence thing, I don't know, but everyone takes 2 touches, apart from Klassen, who's trying to quicken it up. Now, the problem with Klassen trying to play the 1-touch stuff is nobody else is doing it. So if you knock it in, they're not running. So he's laying it back, and they were allowed to pick bits up. And it all looks forced. And I know it looks forced when you've got no confidence, but you would have thought some new players coming in might have, you know, give a little bit of a confidence thing.
But I suppose it's not a well-oiled machine, is it? Because they're all coming in as almost a lot of squad play. So it's not a well-oiled machine, and it took a little bit of time.
Were you disappointed though that again, like we have Vlasic on the right who done well. We had Sandro off the left, but Calvert-Lewin was isolated again. At time you're going, we've almost got,
especially in the first half.
But that's what I'm saying. But we almost had a diamond of attacking players, didn't we? We had Klassen at the head of Davis and Bessett. We had Vlasic right, Sandro left, and Calvert-Lewin. And at times he was having to get the ball down, and you're waiting, and his hold-up play at this moment isn't good enough to buy him 3-4 seconds.
It's confidence, isn't it? A lot of that's confidence. A lot of that is players understand what other people do. But again, it's about moving the ball quickly, because they had a lot of men behind the ball. Yeah. And it's about moving it quick. And maybe someone like a Lookman in there earlier on in the game would have quickened things up a little bit and got us a little bit further up the pitch. But it was a little bit just, you couldn't really see where we were going to score from, like a set piece, or you couldn't really see an open play where we were going to get it.
I don't know, you know, I thought at times that we moved the ball quickly, we carved them open quite easily, but there was like, we had the Vlasic volley over the shoulder, which I thought was fantastic, didn't half catch it, side netting. And we had the other one, a Davy Klassen header, which was absolutely brilliant, because everyone went one way and he just rolled the defender and played in Calvert-Lewin, and he hesitated, Dominic, and he should have probably done a bit better. So at the times when we tried to, it was just that there was opportunities to shoot, and we didn't, we passed it, and then the trying little back flicks on the edge of the box, and you're going, that's great, but just pepper the keeper, you know, or we'd get into wide areas. Mason, you know, obviously Mason Holgate's having to come back on his right foot to cross it, but John Joe Kenny got in a couple of times and didn't. But the play was good, but it gets slower as they move up the pitch, and that's something even with this formation or even with this set of players, that Ronald Koeman has got to, I don't know how he does it unless he goes and gets Van Basten in or something, you know, they've got to learn to speed it up in and around the penalty area, because you can't switch on and switch off from games. You know, if you do things quickly in the opponent's penalty area or around their box, you're going to get free kicks, penalties, you're going to get chances.
We're saying that though, we were always the aggressors, weren't we? It wasn't like we weren't playing well, but we
controlled.
We were still the aggressors. It wasn't like, it was like when some games where you're like, if you know, we need to get out of second gear because these will score. Yeah. But we were always the aggressor. It just wasn't coming. But then it did come. You know, Klassen gets into the box. It's a bit fortunate. Dominic Calvert-Lewin rides a couple of tackles and he gets it in the corner. And we're 1-0, and from then you just think, well, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
They go into half time, come out, and almost not a different side, but they were a lot more relaxed. They started to move the ball a lot easier and a lot nicer and a lot quicker, I thought, second half. And the second goal was a really good example of that. Sandro, who I thought got better. I mean, he got better. He wasn't amazing. I mean, he was working hard rather than doing anything. I mean, a couple of times in the first half, he came back to left back to win the ball, which I just thought. Which I was just like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? What are you?
Then I suppose if you look at that though, he was on that left hand side. So would we not expect? We seen Rooney doing it last week. So do we expect him to come back? I know we don't want to see him there. I want to see him, what he's got in and around their penalty area. But I suppose.
But that's his game, isn't it? That's his game. His game is he's a worker. He wants the ball. He wants touches of the ball. He wants to feel comfortable on his ball. He went close-ish with the free kick. I mean, it was on target. It needed a little bit more.
He's erratic though.
He is erratic. He wastes so much energy.
There was one in the first half, I don't know whether you can remember, where I don't know whether Mason Holgate played it to the back post, or it went up in the air and it come to him on his own, and he smashed into the park end, and Tom Davis was square. And he was saying to him, just roll it across.
He's trying too hard. Yeah. It's clear that he's trying too hard. He's got all the attributes. He's just trying too hard, and he is erratic, and it's going to take him time, I think. But you know, second half, I mean, he's helped score with the second goal. Yeah. Good movement from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He puts a nice ball in. It's a great little finish from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. You know what I mean? And I think that showed that little bit extra that Dominic's got at the moment, or over what Sandro's got, because if Sandro got into that position, he would have just threw a leg at it and just smashed it. Not whereas Calvert-Lewin just a lovely little finisher. But I think Sandro would have just smashed that.
Again, goals. Maybe 3, 4, 5 goals down the line, Sandro finishes well from there, or just wrap. But if you look at his goals from Malaga last season, he wrapped a few into the roof of the net. Obviously his timing was coming and his confidence, whereas I think Dominic, obviously getting the first goal, you could see Calvert-Lewin how much it meant to him to get that goal. You know, he scored in Bruges and Berach and hasn't scored since, and has missed a couple of chances, not loads. But he took his goal, and the second one was a really good finish. Waits for the keeper to go down, just plays it over him. And what was good about Sandro there was, in the first half, a few times he could have played a pass where Dominic, like one of them's where Calvert-Lewin's making the run, or Klassen's made the run, or Vlasic, and he hesitated because he wanted another touch on it. And with that one, he did outside of the foot into him, and it got us in.
There's a lot of that going around though, isn't it?
Oh, with the whole city. Listen, it's certainly not just
everywhere. Yeah. No, and it was unlucky Calvert-Lewin not getting the hat-trick. It was a great header.
Was a brilliant, great ball by Klassen as well. Great little move, dive and header. And that would have been right foot, left foot header. Been the perfect. It
would have, and then obviously he got subbed not long after that. But just going back to Klassen, I mean, he's just for me, he's just again, it's trying too hard, and not just. I think there's a good player there, and I know people have written him off, and I know.
Shut up, mate. Evertonians have written.
And I know he could be one of those players where you look at him and he might have a season and you go, have we got, or however long, have we got enough time to wait for this lad to get up to speed? It happens in football, and he could go somewhere else, and next week you go, fucking hell, what have we missed out on here because the game suits him more? That could happen, that might not happen. Hopefully he'll set at 11. But I just think at the moment, he needs to adapt to us rather than us adapt to him. Or he needs to adapt to the league, because just do the base. Just get the basics right. Get your footing. Get basics right. Just 5-yard passes. You're a good player, intelligent player. You'll give it. You'll go. You'll get it back, and all the other stuff will just come in time. Get used to the Premier League. Get used to the pace of it, rather than. For me, and I think there's a little bit of this with Sandro, they're trying to play their natural game and they're not changing to how English football is different from where they've been playing. For Sandro, it's for both of them, I suppose, it's slower. They get a little extra time on the ball. For Klassen, he's been at Ajax where he's been up through the ranks, and it's just pass, little lovely. He's not going to get that with us, so he's got to take a little bit more care of the ball. Maybe get it out wide, get himself in the box, whatever. But just do the basics right. Because I thought tonight that sometimes, like you said, the cross for the Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you think there's something in there. But if you don't get the basics right, we'll never see the whole of the player. Because that ultimately is what, if you can't pass a 5 yards in the Premier League, because every time you're doing it, you're either getting there too early or too late. You're not going to be a player.
Yeah, to me, he's a dead clever player, and he's a player that if you get him right, he'll open up so much for us. He'll score us goals, he'll create us goals, but at the minute, like you say, the basic stuff's making him fall down, so people are questioning what he's got then. Do you know what I mean? He's not lightning, so his pace isn't going to get him anywhere. He's an intelligent runner into the box, and what he has to do is he's one where he thinks he's got more time on the ball than he's got. Definitely. And in Holland you might skip past one because he goes past play. He's done a lovely little nutmeg on someone in our half. You might get past, and the lad who you've gone past in Holland mightn't necessarily run and snap back at you. He might just jog and you get away from him. Here they don't give up on you, so you get away from someone, lay it off, follow your pass, get it back, do your clever work around the box. But what he's got to bring, he's got to get into the game more, because what happens is periods of the game go by with him not touching the ball, and you're either, if he's going to play as like a 10, a proper 10, then he's got to go and play almost alongside Calvert-Lewin, I think, as a more traditional split striker, right? And that's fine, because he can basically cut off the centre back and the full back. He can do that zone, Calvert-Lewin, but that's almost like a 4-4-2, which we're not going to play. I
think his job needs to be simplified, and the example I'll give is and a player who was absolutely destroyed when he signed for the club as well was McPartland Fellaini. When he signed, I remember his debut against Liverpool, and he was so bad. He was so bad. His
debut was Stoke, but
his home debut. His home debut. Terrible, wasn't he? He was terrible. He was so far off.
He was
miles off. And then David Moyes just went, well, hang on. What are your key assets? You're good in the air. Players can't get near you, and you've got a goal in you. I'll put you up front.
But he'd already played. He played in defensive midfield at first while he grew into it, and he was really good. Don't forget, he had that Bellamy spin and all that. He went up when we needed him to, and he was good.
No, but he went up. No, but it all changed when he scored against Bolton. That was the night it changed for him, really, wasn't it? When he scored against Bolton. He scored against Bolton away, and I think he won us the points of 5, maybe later on in the game. That was the first time he'd really gone up front, and that's where it stuck. And the other things followed, but that's where it was like, we're gonna get the best out of you.
But that's happened with Kale, though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I remember when we bought Kale, he was playing in the centre mid in a 4-4-2, and I absolutely love Kale. He went on to be one of our best players in the Premier League era, really. But if you look at him, he wasn't quick, he had no skill, he was competitive, but he couldn't have played in it too and been dominant. Couldn't have been him and Arteta.
Well, the system had to change, didn't it?
And Moyes just threw him at Man U away because he wanted an extra body in there, and from there he was a nuisance, and that became his position, and Everton went then into that, because Moyes up until that moment, Everton were 4-4-2. We had Radzinski, and we had Rooney, and we had Dunk was around, and there was lots of Vaughan and Anachiabi came after that, and there was lots of things. But Kale made us him and
Carsley, wasn't it, and Graverson just made that system work. But I just think, but that's what I think with Klassen is, it mightn't happen because we've got so many different players in there, and he's not special. in a way, is he's not. They're not gonna. I don't know whether
it's just a different type of.
No one knows. I don't know whether the manager would change the system for him. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
but it might take him just saying play off the striker for a few games.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
And just get, because while you're playing centre midfield and you're in the busiest part of the, you can't have passengers. And again, that takes me back to Fellaini. You couldn't play as a passenger. You had to play somewhere where he could learn the Premier League and do some damage. And he didn't. It worked.
But I think, you see, that's what I'm saying. I think Klaassen can play off the striker because he presses better. The thing he done in the first half, which no one else really done, because Tom normally does it, and he was sat further back. He done the pressing well. He pressed the ball very well. He chased the keeper down and got a throw in from nothing. He'd gone after the ball quite a bit. So when he was in possession, he was sloppy with it. Or like you said, he'd give a couple of careless passes away because he's trying to be clever, or he think, oh, I'll have a little look here. I've got, and you've got. Ozzy was like that. I remember that. He started and finished like that. Osman. In the middle he was good, but it was sometimes these players who think they've got more time. Billy at Lecternoff, had great left foot, but thought he had hours once he'd beaten the man, and you can't. Everything's got to be quick, and that's why Ross. And we do miss Ross Barkley at the moment because nothing's gelling. We're missing Ross Barkley because he's been a key part of that. That's what he does well. He carries the ball. He's got the strength. But even at times with him, it is ability not to lay it off quickly. That area of the pitch. You can help Klaassen by sticking him almost alongside the centre forward and go and be busy there, because you're going to damage these teams in that area. You're going to damage them with clever little football in our half in the day, or just inside their box. You're going to do it in and around their penalty area.
Klaassen could be one of them where he's picking the ball up outside the box, getting it wide, and then getting himself in the box, and then getting on the end of stuff. Or
we've seen his run against Stoke, Dave. That near post run took 2 men, and Rooney was free.
I think that's something that's to happen more. Let's just talk about. I mean, two names that are obviously on the lips of everyone before the game. I think was John Joe Kenny. Obviously played right back. I thought first half, he was quite
timid.
Not timid, I wouldn't say timid.
I think he just done his job.
I think he did his job as a right back, just wanted to get through the game, didn't want to do anything stupid, knew it was an opportunity. And I think he did that. And I think second half, once he had got to grips with the game and who he was up against and had a bit more freedom, I thought, he went forward, we started to see him creep more and more, and I think the other thing with a player is when they come into a side, they've got to let people know that they are good enough. And I think once he'd established that as well, and maybe got players around him that know him as well, then it started to come off. And those little 1-2s that he likes playing in the under-23s, like we see Seamus doing, the give and the go. He's fast when he's one of them that maybe he's not fast with the ball, but he's fast off the ball. So if he can play a little 1-2 and then get round the back of the left back, then he's going to get there and he's going to put a good delivery in, and he nearly got Luckman in. And I thought that was encouraging, because listen, it's not going to be easy for the kid, because if the kid tries to play exactly like he plays with under 23s, and the players who he's playing with don't know his game necessarily, then he's going to be the one who looks like a tit, and people are going to go, oh, just give the ball away. And so I think it's a case of he's got
to grow into a game. He's going to go in and go, right, this is a chance for me. He'll have thought, like everybody did, this summer's his summer. Coleman's out. He'll be up against Mason Holgate. We probably, the Cuco Martina thing, everyone knew was happening, but he would have thought, I've got an opportunity. I'm going to get games in the summer, and it didn't really happen. All of a sudden he's like, hang on a sec, you haven't let me go out on loan, and he hasn't played me, and no one's holding down that right back spot. Holgate is good one thing and not great doing the other. Martin is better at one thing than he is the other. Neither of them you'd look and go, he's got to be our right back. So the opportunity's there, and he's coming tonight. We've seen him half a dozen times for the 23s. Very positive, very strong in the tackle, hard to get away from, puts a great ball in. He's an Evertonian, Scouser, and so he'll have just thought, come in, don't make any mistakes, make sure I'm where I need to be, and if I can creep up, I will do. And in that first half, he got up a few times, but primarily he was back on the halfway line, making sure that he was doing the insurance side of it. And for all we know, Koeman might have said, listen, first half, don't go, just, you know, just make sure you're not leaving anyone free. We don't want to give any cheap goals away. But you're absolutely right, second half, once he'd won a few tackles and he'd won a few headers and people started giving him the ball, particularly Tom Davies, like you said, his confidence grew. And I thought Vlasic was great for him because Vlasic was showing all the time. And then too, it's a nice little understanding. You know, both 19 and 19 and 20, him and Davis. So it was really promising, and he got better and better. I don't think he'll have wanted the game to end. No. He was getting better and better. Yeah. And even near the end, Kid got round him and he got back and made a great recovery tackle. And you're like, yeah, you'll do for me.
So yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see what happens on Saturday with him. I mean, obviously the other one was Nias. I mean, obviously he was on the bench and he you know, he'd gone out and warmed up, and I think the fans were very, very, very nice to him when he was warming up. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin comes off, and I think Koeman said that, you know, he was a case of swapping a number 9 for a number 9. And he came on, and ultimately he did his job.
I thought he looked good. You know, not great, but you wouldn't expect him to look great, because if he was great, you'd like to think he'd have been in before now. But obviously there's been a bit of prejudice there from Koeman. You have to say that in terms of, because he'd made a quick decision on him. That's, you make a quick decision on someone and he was quite public, Koeman. He wasn't going to play him, wasn't he? He could go, you can get off and all that. And to be fair to Ronald Koeman, he's had to stand down, hasn't he? You know, he's had to turn around. Yeah, Nias might have helped that as well, because they've looked and gone, you know what, he's gone out to Hull and he's done all right. And Unsworth might have been going, he's sound, he can do a job. And Koeman's thought, okay. But I thought he'd come on, his first touch, took it on his chest and like flicked it, and then he got shoved over and you go, oh, just, you know, and then there was another one off a throw-in that he, but Holgate had said he was got, and it didn't quite work. But then after that, he just started making a nuisance, pressing, and the crowd were giving him the thing. And I thought he got better and better. And what he'd done was, we'll talk about the goal in a minute, but the one thing he did do was he was trying to get in behind him, and he was up, and the players were kind of like, oh, we've got to run it. Knocking on a few times, he got in. He almost got in, but they were aware and having to just concede throw-ins, and we haven't got that in our team. Calvert-Lewin is probably the closest to, but he doesn't do it all the time. Sandro certainly doesn't do it. Wayne Rooney doesn't do it. He wants it beyond the ball. So immediately when you look at it, it's totally different to option, anything we've got. And the Premier League, let's be honest, that's the option.
What I liked about him, or felt certainly like it was different from obviously when he was at the club in the first season, was it felt like he actually knew where to run and where to stand. Because I'll be honest, that was the thing that when he came on and he played that game against West Ham, I honestly just didn't have a clue what this there's just this lad just running round.
I know, but who was his manager?
No, I know, but what I'm saying is though, he just run round. He didn't seem to have a clue where to run, where to stand, how to be a footballer.
Yeah, and all that's fair enough. But what I'm saying is that West Ham game, there was horrendous mistakes all day in that game. You know, so Kevin Morales getting sent off early on, and we'd done so well, and the manager making the baffling decision at the time anyway. But Lukaku was still on the pitch, so you don't know what Martinez had said to him that day. Go on and join in, or go on and play right back. You don't know, so he might have come on and then from that day, everyone just went, it was his fault, we got beat. Let's forget about Softshite.
No, it wasn't his fault.
No, but let's forget about Softshite missing a penalty at 2-0, by the way, instead of just letting Baines kill the game. You know, and all of a sudden, people did have that, though. We were winning 2-0, we brought him on, he's crap, and we got beat 3-2. A lot of people said it, the fact that we couldn't defend, you know, to save our lives as well. But, you're right, and we've kind of said this anyways, that like the Strachwell example we used that, and it was funny because it actually showed him on the screen before the game in the League Cup game against West Brom, just doing the same, making a nuisance. He had to go away and learn. Now Nias has come from a different league and whatever, but then he'd gone to Hull, and they probably, you know, he'd had the time with Unsworth when he was just a centre forward, and he'd got 10 goals I think. Then Hull have taken him, and he's probably had that Marco Silva every day, run here, do this, do that. And it's all there, then. It's almost like muscle memory. This is what I have to do when I play it. And, you know, he's come on, he's gone up front tonight. We're winning 2-0. I mean, he's probably come on thinking, shit, the last time I jogged on here at 2-0 as a sub, it didn't end well. Ped. But he come on and like you say, you're right, he looked like he could lead the line for us. Maybe not long term, I don't know, maybe he's a second, third striker, I don't know, but he just made me think tonight, he's a different option that we could use, most certainly, and he's the kind of option you need in the Premier League. It's as simple as that. He's pacey, he's not diminutive, he's a big lad, and if he can turn defences, he'll help us so much, because we can't go back to front.
I think what he could be good for is that he, like you just said, I don't, if teams are playing against them and they see maybe him on the shoulder, they're not going to want to allow too much space behind them.
No.
And that could give us that domination we've been talking about that we haven't had in the last few games, where you bring him on as, let's say you bring him on as sub, that might force the opposition to retreat, and then we can camp in their half, and then that's where we can start making more chances. And I know there's the other side of it. We say, well, if we're camped in their half, that's a good chance for them to get plays behind the ball. But you'd like to think that if we get to camp in an opposition's half with the players we've got, we will make chances and we'll score goals.
What's our biggest issue at the moment? Is people will say
massively shite. We don't score goals. We don't create chances.
Pace as well. People talk about being quick. We're not quick enough, and we're not quick enough because we haven't really got an out centre forward who wants to run in behind. You know, Dominic Calvert-Lewin makes some good runs tonight, but in general, he's someone who'll wing it out as well. He's trying to turn and get it in. Sandro just wants to drop in and shoot, doesn't he? And Wayne Rooney wants to dictate. Rooney played up front at United. I thought he was excellent at his hold-up play until he tired. It's quite interesting seeing Koeman saying Duncan told him to bring Rooney off because he knew when he was tired at Old Trafford. Anyway, that's a different story. But whereas Nias looks like he wants to get in behind, and it might be getting in behind off the left-hand side, which is what he done for Hull. What he'll enable us to do is get them up the pitch very, very quickly, and then we can support. You know, when it might be him peeling into space and Rooney finding him or something, and everyone following the pass. Because at the minute, we've got good footballers and we're playing this little passing game, and it's going like that, and it's going like that, but no one's actually moving, and teams are finding it easy to play against us.
I think what we need from the ass, if he's going to play games, if he's going to come off the bench, is him not to join in the play that much, just make runs that ultimately we'll try and find him, because I think he did do that. No, that's what I'm saying. That ultimately that's what he is, though, isn't he? He's not. You don't want him joining in the play. You don't want to be like, have him back to goal and popping it off and then because that's where you're like, he's not that kind of footballer. What you want is to be able to build the play up and him on the shoulder and be able to throw crosses in, and then maybe you get on the end of them.
And he might be the player we said, he's not Neymar, quite clearly he's not, but he might be that lad that does what he does tonight, gets half the chance.
But the goal itself, I mean, I thought the ball from Tom Davies was brilliant.
Because he picked it up and Nias pulled away and screened, and I'm thinking the natural shape is this way to whip it in, but he opened his body up.
He stood it up though, didn't he?
But he opened his body up, and by opening his body up, he took the defender out the game, because I think the defender's thinking, well, I've got an eye on him here, and that cross can only come in here, and I can deal with that. And by opening his body up, the defender was wrong-footed, and he played a flat ball to Nias. It was a brilliant ball, but what a take! You know, it's come here down, and he done the only thing he could do really, outside of the foot. And when it hit the net, it was just brilliant.
Where were you, moment, wasn't it? Where were you in the ass burst the net in the Gladys Street?
You just shy of Clyde Tilsley, or John Motter saying, no, it was Tilsley, wasn't it? That's pretty much how we dreamt it last night. It was on the chest, boom, back at the net, and that moment. I know Koeman probably went, but you kind of felt. I remember Paul and the Redmen talking about the healing. That was kind of a healing moment.
That was a healing moment
for you know what, this lad he's kept his head. And I thought the fans were brilliant because it was quiet, wasn't it, for long periods of time. There, Gibbo shouting his head off, and Ashley Williams shouting at Sandro in the first half. I thought the crowd were brilliant with him when he warmed up, and the reception he got when he came on the pitch, and then obviously the goal. And I think people have warm to the fact that he hasn't said a word. He's just got his head down. Even when he went to Hull, and he could have gone from Cumans and Knobhead, you know, never see. He could have, couldn't he? Could have had the cob on going. And I remember in about March, reporters trying to get him to say something, and he went, I've got nothing but good things, and I hope to play for Everton again.
Didn't he say something like he wouldn't change anything? He basically, I'm sure he said if he had to do it all again, he would. He said, because this is just the way it is. It's.
When he said about it, he said, I still hope to play for Everton.
And who knows where it'll go? Do you know what I mean? It's a.
He might listen. That might be
that could be a Kevin Brock moment. That's coming on. Could be a Kevin. He could score in every round, get to the final, and
win us the
Carabao
Cup.
Who knows? You know what I mean?
He could go to Chelsea. He's the type of player that'd go to Stamford Bridge and score 2 and just run away like that, going, I've just won.
And everyone's like, what?
Where's he come from?
What? Who? What?
And then Matt Law will have Chelsea signing him in January.
Who knows? I mean, listen. I mean, it's just nice for tonight. And as you said, when he was warming up, he just give the fans something to sort of be like, let's see,
he's like a mythical character, and that's what he's been like.
It's like
a unicorn.
The narrative of the game was just like so flat, and it suddenly gave everyone a little bit of insight. Because he's been such a,
it's like a subject. Everyone's like, Everton didn't show any images of him for about a year. Training, they didn't though. He was just nowhere, was he?
Let's see what happens. You know what I mean?
Listen, what I'm saying, I'm not saying that's it. Now we don't. Damn you! We don't need you, Giroud. We've got Nias.
We don't need Cavani.
No, you know what? But I think what it's done is it's given people the opportunity to see him tonight. He scored a good goal, and people are looking, go, you know what? He might be worth 20 minutes at the end of the game.
He's the third top goal scorer in our team.
Exactly. So there you got. Says
you know what I mean? He's got more goals than
Sandro.
Sandro and Klassen and.
But at the end of the day, he's done his job. He's come off the bench. He was on the pitch for half an hour, just a bit less than half an hour, and he scored a goal. And that's all he can do. And if he might be, like I've said a couple of times, he might just be one of those players that the ball drops to in the box and they're able to score. And he might not have anything else really. Beckford was another one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Jermaine Beckford. He wasn't a good football, at that level. He wasn't great at that level. Games would go by and he wouldn't touch the ball, but he'd get a lot of chances and
score.
And scored. He scored big games. And you looked at him, and I thought we let him go a bit too early, but Moyes didn't like it.
It was his attitude.
His attitude wasn't very good. Where this lad's attitude is great. So who knows?
We'll
it's another option. We haven't got great strikers, have we?
He scored a goal. He can play in the Masters League now. In a few years' time.
Got his name on the sheet.
Exactly. So it's done. It's done. It's over. I'm happy for him. And we move on to Saturday, and has to be in contention, doesn't he? Has to be, looked at as a lot of players were tonight. So good luck to him.
His last Premier League appearance at Goodison for Everton was against
Bournemouth. There you go.
And he could be making this.
He could be. We'll wait and see. Let us know your thoughts in the comments on this game. Did the right players play tonight? Obviously. And who impressed you? And who didn't impress you? And who you're worried about? And who you're not worried about?
Oh, hang on. Before we go, Bezic was crap.
Yeah, but
I do like Bezic,
but he was crap. Well, we're trying to stay positive. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching Toffee TV, and we'll see you later.